These canyons are called clams here in Austria, and this is the Zellum Z clam. It's over 300 feet deep in places, and the river runs through its tight and steep course down to the big waterfall at its base. Kayaking has been around for quite a long time, but a new breed of sportsmen has evolved from kayaking down whitewater rapids. These radical guys are whitewater fanatics. They enjoy pitting their skills against the most extreme whitewater they can find. Usually this comes in the shape of waterfalls. Here in Kaprun, we've brought together the best paddlers in Europe from several different countries to race for the first ever King of the Falls title. Let's hear from world champion Uwe Fischer as he takes us through the competition course.
Welcome to Kaprun. Kaprun is a very nice town. It has a waterfall and a waterfall after the waterfall.
Well, actually, it's more than just two waterfalls. There is, in fact, three waterfalls connected by a series of tight and technical rapids. The overall course is just over a mile in length, and each competitor will be timed individually from their first paddle stroke to the finish line, just after this final waterfall. The boats are indestructible. They're made of plastic. The competitors are something else, though. They need as much protection as they can get. The standard buoyancy aids are used to keep the head above water if a problem occurs, but as well as the normal clothing, extra safety equipment is also needed, as they'll be up against freezing cold water, heavy impacts caused by rocks, fallen trees, and water. After shooting a fall, water can feel like concrete if the landing isn't correct. Right, the course has been cleared of floating debris, and the crowds have come to see this extreme sportsman challenge a wild river. No one's sure who's gonna win, the races or the river. First down the river is Paul Fletcher from the UK, but disaster right at the top for Paul. His paddle snapped. He shoots the first fall. He looks in trouble with a broken paddle and can't seem to right himself. Up he comes, and a new paddle's thrown to him. This is where Paul should be able to make up time. He's an expert in tight and twisty situations. His split-second timing and vast knowledge of whitewater will be used here. Over waterfall number 2 and on to the big one. Paul landed that perfectly, using the aerated water as a cushion against the impact. He rounds the course buoy and powers for the finish line under the bridge. Just over 1 minute 16 seconds, Paul has laid the gauntlet down for the rest of the guys. Next up is Uwe Fischer, the only open canoeist in the competition. He's much slower than the lighter and more agile kayaks, but Uwe is going for it. A bad landing for Uwe on the last waterfall. That knocked the wind out of him, but he made it through though. Here we see Robert Sommer from Germany tackling the rapid section. He seems a bit nervous and loses concentration for a second. That could be very dangerous, especially in this tight section of the course. Disaster! Robert's boat has been sucked back into the waterfall. He's upside down, being pounded by thousands of liters of freezing water. The safety officers are ready on hand to drag him out if needed, but they have to wait for the boat to come out of that corner first. There's Robert, out of the boat and out of danger. He's safe, but will he be out of the competition? Okay, the fourth competitor is event coordinator Nick Stillwell. He takes the first waterfall with ease. He's used to this area. He usually runs the rivers around here in a raft, taking the public for the ride of their lives. This is a bit more technical, though. He negotiates the rapids and second fall with ease as well. He's a bit behind at the moment, though. He's playing it safe on this run. He's paddling a brand new boat called the Rocket, and it certainly seems to be doing its job. Paul Fletcher was paddling the same type of boat as well. Nick Stillwell, a creditable 1 minute 23 seconds. The yellow boat here is Bernd Summers. He's one of Germany's best paddlers and has traveled all over the world testing himself and his boat. But what are his thoughts on the river in Kaprun? Some have said it's a bit too technical for this type of event.
Yeah, it's technical. And it's really narrow. I never paddled something like that before. Really narrow and steep. And I don't know. It's not something you want to run in your holidays every day. So it's quite dangerous.
Here's Bernd starting his run. He flies over the first fall, but capsizes in the white water, but is able to right himself and power his way onto the rapid section of the course. This is where Bernd's expertise should save him time. He's using the water to his advantage. He's not fighting it, he's flowing with it as the river finds the quickest way down. Bernd and his boat flows with it. On to the third and biggest fall. A perfect entry, using the aerated white water to cushion the impact, and then around the buoy to finish. He's very close to Paul Fletcher's time. Just under 1 minute 19, he's in second place, over 2 seconds behind Paul Fletcher. Most of the competitors have been paddling since they were very young. Germany's Arne Schäflein is no exception. He started when he was 12 years old and has become one of the best whitewater kayakers in the world.
It's exactly the same like surfing. Kayaking for me is a total lifestyle. I live for kayaking. I don't care about money. I just kayak, whatever. As long as I have a chance to kayak, I kayak. If I need some money, I work some couple days, make some cash and go kayaking again. I don't care.
Have you ever surfed?
Yeah, sure. I surfed a couple times in New Zealand and a couple times in Chile. My biggest wave I've surfed so far was about 18 foot, and I hope I can go soon to Hawaii to surf 30 foot.
Here's Arndt in the rapid section of the race. He's hit a rock underwater and it's thrown him off balance. He's got to right himself before the waterfall or it could be extremely dangerous. He's done it, but he's lost his paddle. He takes the waterfall in brilliant style, even without his paddle. Arndt snatches his paddle as it whistles past him. Now for the big one. Another brilliant entry. He's using the white water to cushion the impact again. Arndt finishes just under 1 minute 21 seconds. He's in third place at the moment. Here's Shorshi Seehau from Germany, Georgie to his friends. He's one of these amazing sportsmen who can party all night long and still battle his way down a gorge. His skill level is matched by his determination to finish this grueling course. Just under 1 minute 23 for Georgie. Last to go is Karsten Schmidt. He mounts the boulder in front of the safety officer but corrects himself and shoots through the rest of the rapid section to take the final 2 obstacles. The V sign from Karsten. He knows he hasn't won this event, but full marks for the style. Just over 1 minute 21 seconds for Karsten, 4th place overall. That's all of the competitors finished, and Bernd Summer in yellow and Paul Fletcher wait for the results. They haven't had a chance to see the times yet, so the tension is high. So there you have it. Paul Fletcher in first and Bernd in second, with Arndt in third. A good result for Paul there. He broke his paddle at the beginning of this run. 4th place was Karsten, with Georgie in 5th and event coordinator Nick Stillwell in 6th. But did the winner feel he won it easily?
It could have been anybody that got first place. I guess it was my day.
What's next on the agenda then?
Next we have a rodeo coming up in Canada, followed by the pre-worlds, which is in a couple of weeks' time, and then hopefully do some training over the winter and start again next summer.
So join us next year for the European King of the Falls Championship. We'll be covering 4 events from all around Europe. Can this man keep his head above the rest?